What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today I'm bringing this video to you guys on the guide on Melissa. She is a fire element, mage type, and a Leo Zodiac sign hero unit. Okay, she is pretty amazing, cool with her skills. So let's look into her previous stats model. Alright, so as we can see into this previous stats model, we can see that her attack is pretty high, really high, guys. Her attack stats and her defense stats are pretty solid, guys, pretty solid. While we are actually looking into her speed stats, it's pretty average, okay, as that of the other mage units, whereas her HP is pretty low, okay, I mean like it's below average. So that's we can actually say, okay. So in the pro, we can actually say that her attack and defense are pretty amazing, guys, right away. So now let's move into the previous skills, okay. Into the previous skills, we can see that, like, you know, her first skill. Okay, let's look into her first skill. Let's see how it really animates. Okay, so we can see that there is a 60% chance to make the enemy that she attacks unhealable for one turn. Okay, it can increase up to 75% if you skill enhance it to the max, and damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's lost health, meaning like she will be dealing additional 0.35% damage per 1% health she loses. Okay, so that's how the math actually goes on. The basic skill multiplier for this skill is 3.087 times her attack stats. Okay, so that's pretty amazing, guys, provided that her attack stat is one of the highest in the game, plus you know, like she has really good attack modifier for her first skill. This can be her bread and butter skill, guys. Her first skill, oh my god, it actually has a really good potential to land really amazing damage, guys, especially powered with the soul burn effect. Okay, consumes only 10 souls and it increases the damage dealt, guys. That's pretty amazing. Okay, skill enhance it to make a further enhancement to your damage output. Now let's look into her second skill. This is how it really looks like, guys. Wow, just look at that. Damn, that's something. Okay, okay, now let's look into it right away. It's named the Manifestation. It acquires 1 soul and it has a 4-turn cooldown. Attacks by unleashing their inner rays, granting immortality to the caster for 1 turn. Immortality is always welcome, guys. I mean, like, unless you are debuffed, okay. Immortality really allows you to take any hit and somehow guarantees you to land another skill of yours. So it's pretty good, guys. Okay, I really love this thing. And if you further skill enhance it, it will just increase the damage. Okay, so that's pretty good, like an additional 35% increase to your damage. That's amazing, guys. Its basic skill multiplier is about like 2.67. okay, that's pretty good, guys. 2.67 times her attack skill. Okay, so that's amazing, guys. Now let's move into a final skill. This is how it really looks like, guys.
Let's finish this.
Wow. Okay, I mean like that. I'm like, this was the time I actually found out that like she's sort of vampire, okay, with her fangs. Oh my god. Okay, so it is known as Blood Bloom. Okay, acquires 2 soul and it has a 6-turn cooldown. Obviously, if you skill enhance it, it will have a -1 turn cooldown effect. That meaning like the cooldown will reduce to just 5 turns. Okay, still that is a lot actually. Attacks by releasing their pent-up aggression, cursing the enemy for 2 turns. Okay, so what does curse do? A portion of the damage inflicted on allies by single attacks will also be suffered by the target as additional damage at the end of the turn. So that is pretty good, guys. Meaning like if they actually deal some damage to you, what's gonna happen? Yeah, the enemies are actually gonna take additional damage as well. So wow, I mean like it will actually add up to the damage output of our Melissa. Okay, so that's pretty good. Well, it really needs to be tested still further so that like we can see like how massive it can actually you know, like make the opponent take the damage. Okay, with a critical hit granting the caster an extra turn. Okay, now that is pretty good, guys. Now that's what we want. With this extra turn effect, obviously she is gonna have an increased viability in PvP modes. Okay, so in PvP modes, yes, he's gonna be really good. This skill is unaffected by elemental disadvantage. Okay, that is good. It actually doesn't say that elemental advantage, just like Luna. Okay, it just says that it is unaffected by elemental disadvantage, meaning it will not go under elemental disadvantage, but also at the same time it actually do not gain that elemental disadvantage. If you have elemental advantage, you actually get a 10% damage boost. Okay, I don't think that she actually enjoys that 10% damage boost. Okay, elite or boss monster cannot be cursed. Okay, now that is a problem. Okay, so obviously in boss raids, or let's say you know, like boss hunts, yes, it can actually be a useless thing. Okay, anyways, skill enhance it, and then you will have a further 30% of damage boost on it. Okay, sadly you know, the skill multiplier on this skill is only about 2.2452, guys. That's very low. Okay, but do not fall through with that one, guys, because obviously it grants an extra turn. Okay, so with that extra turn, if she can just follow it up with her like first skill or her second skill, that's pretty good, guys. I mean, like, you can add them up and it will actually end up to be a very good damage output, guys. I mean, like, that's how she is actually gonna excel at her damage. Okay, so make sure that she can actually crit, okay, 100%. Okay, so that like you can actually deal a massive amount of damage. Okay, so that's how you should be comboing. Okay, so looking into her skills, what we can actually say is that like she is pretty good in world, okay, abyss, raid, okay, but in arena, boss hunt, and guild wars, she is actually pretty amazing, guys. Overall, I would love to rate her about 8.5, guys. 8.5 over 10 would be really good for her. Okay, pretty amazing unit, pretty good. But yes, there are other really good you know, like DPS heroes who can actually shadow her, but still she is strong. Okay, but she is still strong. Okay, damn, but I did not pull her. Okay, so now let's move on to what sort of equipment can we actually give to this wonderful unit. Okay, so let's get into the hero section. Okay, and obviously I don't have this unit because I did not pull her up, but I can actually give you advice on what sort of equipment you should be giving to her. Okay, so the equipment that I would really offer to you guys is obviously the attack set plus the crit set. Okay, this one will actually really help you. You can go with the destruction set and crit set as well. Okay, as long as you can find like this kind of stats, okay, that's pretty enough, guys. That's gonna be pretty amazing. Okay, so when it comes to the boots, please go with the attack percentage boost. Okay, when it comes to the ring, please go with attack percentage boost again. And finally, when it comes to the necklace, please go with the critical hit damage boost. Okay, and obviously you need to amass, or you need to collect the critical hit chances from the substats or additional stats that's provided on your equipments. Okay, when you are talking about like this armor, this helmet and weapon, obviously the primary stats are flat stats, no need to worry about them. But when you are talking about the substats, you really need to focus on critical hit damage, critical hit chance, attack percentage boost, and speed boost, guys. Those are the things that's really gonna help your Melissa to actually dish out a lot of damage in a very frequent manner. Okay, with very high rate of combat readiness. Okay, so that's how you should be building up. So this is actually an example of a perfect gear where your attack percentage boost is right out there, speed boost is there, critical hit chance boost is there, and critical hit damage boost is there, guys. So this is the thing that you should be actually looking forward for. Okay, and if you are trying to I'm like, if you can get like, let's say, attack of about like 4072, critical hit chance is like about 86%, critical hit damage is about 300%. Now this is the type of stats that you really want to have in her stats as well. Okay, so best of luck, guys, for that kind of thing. Okay, so you know, like, just go for it, guys, just go for it. Okay, now let's move into artifact. Okay, so what sort of artifact can we actually give to her? Well, she is a mage class hero, right? So if she is a mage class hero, obviously the artifact that we are supposed to give to her is a mage class type as well. And in the mage class type, guys, I would actually say the Tegel's Ancient Book is the best one, guys, because like she is meant for PvP modes. Okay, if she is meant for PvP modes, guys, this one actually helps you to gain like 20 souls right away. So this will actually help even like other units, like let's say Tywin, guys, Tywin. Okay, this will really help like other units to really cast out really amazing soul burn effects or massive damage output burst. Okay, so that is gonna be pretty amazing. Tegel's Ancient Book is really amazing, but if you really are trying to focus to make her a really wonderful damage output machine, then Caldra can actually be pretty good as well. Okay, because like it increases the damage dealt against the debuffed enemies by 30%. Like more the enemies get debuffed, like obviously she's gonna deal more damage, because obviously she has some debuffs going on her as well, like let's say on her stash. Okay, like unhealable, curse, like those kind of debuffs she already has it, have them. Okay, so those kind of thing, guys, those kind of things. So see, these are the two artifacts that I would really say or really recommend to you guys. Others, it's really up to you how you really want to mess them out, guys, but those are the two artifacts. Okay, Tegel's Ancient Book and Caldra. Okay, so this is pretty much it for this wonderful unit called Melissa. Okay, this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.